Hey there, folks. How we doing? It's 9:52 a.m. Saturday, February 24th, 2018. Get a close up. If my face scares you, sorry about that. I don't much believe in the word sorry. You do what you can, and that's the best you can do, so screw the rest. It's like when I say goddamn, there's no God, but there I say it anyway. Anyway, today was kind of interesting. This morning, something that happened, which I need to talk to you about again. That's why it's important for you to have the date and time and be able to see it. Doesn't say the year on that thing, but if you look at how bloated my body is, swollen up with water, it wasn't like that a year ago. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's just everything everyone's always been told and taught. It's almost everything's bullshit. You know, from the other side, what you've been told and taught while in the body, it's crazy. It's abusive. It was done to pit everyone against each other. You know, a little competition in sports or something. Hey, that's fine unless you get nuts about it. Then someone needs to go to hit the showers. Also, got to have this better, got to do better, got to be better. Everyone's going to like me more. The aggressive reptilian thought process of more, better, more, better. Look at the Drachk, they're not like that. The regular Annunaki themselves, they're not like that anymore. Very few of them are. When they're young, yeah. Just like any other race. Anyway, get my comb. Comb my 17 and a half hairs. I wanted to tell you about something I just got a heads up on from my son. I was writing that book. I've still got about 10 pages left because I added a couple things in there. I'm trying to cover everything I can in this book, even dowsing rods, how everything works, how energy flows through this and that, what happens. I'm not trying to I can't even find the right words. I won't make my stomach turn. I'm not trying to make anything about myself, but I am aware of things that other people aren't. I can see so much more. I'm aware of other things. I'm taking that and I'm putting it together in a book so you have it. So you need to have this information. Like stones, I'm also on the side working on a stone book. There's in this book itself the basic strong stones that work with the different energy focal points through your body. I don't just tell you how everything works together, what controls it, you know, what regulates how much heart and everything else that goes in the body, folks. Emotions, what are they? What shuts down your metabilities? I mean, this is literally you can call it an encyclopedia, but it's more like a textbook. There's never been anything like this anywhere, but there's so much stuff on stones. There's so much information here that'll help you, but even what stones to get, what you're pulled towards. Excuse me. Anyway, so this morning, I'm going nuts writing on the book, and then all of a sudden I feel my son, it's Brayville. I caught it from my son this morning. He kind of got into my ass, excuse me, gave me a hard time. And I talked to him briefly, and he said, I want to talk to you. How about 7:40? And I said, okay, fine. Before 4 o'clock, I was already writing on the book. I got so involved in it, pushed myself so hard, I forgot. I blew right by it like a nincompoop. And he had to ask for time to sit in that trip chair, which you know, now he knows, now he understands there's no need for it. He doesn't need to get in a trip chair to talk to me. Anyway, I blew right by and then found the 806. Part of me, the older understanding Black Panther energy, shut the computer down. I couldn't type. I'm like, what? And he goes, you forgot something. I'm like, oh, frack. So I got a hold of him. He's pissed. But his name is Brayville, not Braville. Brayville. So he wasn't mad at me. He and I have very little time to talk. He wasn't allowed to talk to me for the longest time. But now the end of this situation with getting rid of the problematic Anunnaki on this planet is actually handled. The process of finishing up getting rid of them is underway. It's already been started. That's why when he told me about it, I couldn't just come out and tell you, because they're in the process of launching the actual attack. So I wanted to wait. I mean, I wanted to tell you that same day at the end of the day, because I could have done it then. I was just tired, and so I said, screw it. Had a glass of wine and just did it the next day. But there's been little fighting down there on and off around that Alaska area for a while. The reptilian, the Anunnaki, a strong reptilian force here, but it's not just them, but it's mostly them. There's kind of a personal pride thing there that I, understand and respect. Wanting to deal with their own troublemakers. Anyway, they've been fighting down there. They've been literally, physically locating where the idiots were. So they have ways to hide down there, their own shielding and stuff. So some of it's actually minerals and metal, and the rest of it is energy. So they got down there. They've been fighting down there for a while using it's small detonation stuff, whatever. It was brought to my attention that the fighting was creating a lot of turbulence on the ground, and I thought when that was brought up to my attention, I said, Jay, this fighting is causing havoc. And so I got literally something popped up on the internet, so I went and looked at it, and it was saying like February 17th, 18th, 19th, especially on the 22nd, that there was like small earthquakes or something, I don't know. But what it was is that people were recognizing that there was some action going on the ground. I'm sure somebody somewhere thought it was a big one or something like that. I don't put someone down for thinking that, because we don't know. Anyway, I found that pretty interesting. We need to have some kind of something to back us up when we're trying to understand something, and we feel something works. We want some kind of physical proof. Now, somebody could actually say, Jay sits on the internet all day and he looks for stuff and makes up stuff about it. There's always going to be someone to say that. Why? Either because they've seen some of that, or because that's exactly what they do. I'm doing pretty damn good in word processing, typing, writing this book. I can watch a video, but when I try to follow stuff back and forth searching, I get dizzy. There's not much of me left in here, I'm happy to say. Anyway, what I really wanted to tell you about is what's going on with something my son told me about that I can go ahead and tell you right away. I only had a few minutes to talk to him because I screwed up. They're military. They are their own group. There's a few of them that are going to get that on the this base down there that are leaving. I can't tell you when they're going to leave, but it's soon. But they're taking off. They're literally they're going to the nearest Drachk base to get training using Drachk Weapons. The most powerful weapons there are in this physical dimension, third dimension. They're going to be using them. So he was selected to be in the first group to take off and go do that. I have a love for everyone, and that's a fact, but I'm proud of those that are close to me, that I really care about. That's awesome he's doing that. Kind of frustrating, though, that not being able to see any of my kids, even my son Matt out in the West Coast, just a couple times. My life was rearranged so I couldn't. Anyway, I was here for a job, and I'm pretty well done. But I wanted to tell you about that, because having told you about that, you'll see later. So you or your kids will have their proof, and that's just more reason for them to listen to what I've said, think about how they feel about it. And it's not like it's commercial. It's not. But those books that I wrote, the products on the spiritualfoundation.com, they're strong. They work. It happened for a reason. I made good money building race cars, automotive repair. So I don't mind telling you, I was real good. Spent the money to get the right equipment and made money, but then my health and everything got torn apart. So I couldn't do it anymore, but that's because it was time to do this. I just refused to do the praise Mother, Father, God thing, so the fight started. Anyway, whatever. It was a fight between me and the original first being. So funny, this God character that everybody, what we're all taught, me too. I'm no better than anyone else, and then find out it's just the original first being that just wanted to be praised. Then that's why the simplest thing came up. Man, if something is worth your praise, if something's really that cool, number one, it wouldn't want it, and number two, it wouldn't allow it. Because that would be it allowing you to feel that you're inferior to it when it would know that you're not. Everyone's so stuck in this rut where they have to feel that they're inferior and they have to serve and pray and everything. You should be serving yourself to become yourself. But then you want to serve someone, serve those you love, taking care of them. That sucker was big. Something else to do when I get out of there. He's been moving around over there. It's about a 12-foot tree elf, is what they call him. There's right outside the doors, the Fay Beach tree. Big story behind that. I'm not going to put you through that right now. Anyway, so when I was talking with my son, he was showing me that they're going out pretty far away without saying anything. We were talking, actually, he wasn't showing me. I was just seeing it in his head. He was just saying that they're going far away, and I could see basically what he was saying, and then I just get away from that, and I just go as myself, in the inner myself, the field, and find it. It's pretty far away. So, will Earth be able to take care of itself? Yeah, we have all the help in the world, but beyond that, we're starting to get trained how to take care of ourselves. Against anything except, against the most powerful things there are who help take care of us. So in other words, there's nothing to worry about. But eventually you find out when the training started. I don't hear about it, but I know there's people that get excited sometimes saying all he is a fake and a commercial for selling his overpriced stuff. Number one, it's not mine. I wrote it, but I wrote it for you. Ownership of everything that's not already in Deanna's hands soon will be. She's carrying all this forward. But it takes money to move through this and to do this. What we pay for stone is ridiculous. If you knew how many thousands of dollars I've spent every year on buying stones to put in these spheres, there goes this big profit people think is going on in their heads for the spheres. And this, add an extra 80 grand on for lawyers. Hello. Anyway, what I'm saying is that it costs money and needs to be done, and you've got to keep going. Y'all get bills just like me. But these things I made are to help you. I've taught you how to, and it's in a book too, book number 3, how to feel stoned, where to find some of it. I mean, I don't know what else to do. If you want to wake up, everything you need is available, either in the books, in the videos for free, and at thespiritualfoundation.com, Deanna's store. Anyway, I enjoy to relax and talk to a lot of you that I know listen. You know, I know you all. I can feel and hear you. Sometimes I can just feel you breathe while I'm doing it. See how people react to things in the near future. I could never be tired of being myself, but I'm talking about my real self, not this body thing stuck in this thing. I appreciate the fact that I had it to do my job here. But that's it, and that's about finished. Anyway, so if nothing else, you know, whatever you want to walk away from this little video with, try to understand. We're getting geared up. The most powerful, intelligent, dangerous beings there are the original ones. You know, physical beings are the original ones, the Drachk. And also, antids have a branch of their own technology that's really powerful. A few of them. So everything's about to escalate. And those little, you know, whatever, 3, 4, whatever it is, Richter scale, earthquakes around Alaska. Don't worry about it. Nothing. It's not going to break up or nothing. I can tell you that right now. Seeing it ain't going to happen. It's just them going in those tunnels. So, getting rid of the rest of the crap that's here on this planet, the problematic Anunnaki. And it's the regular Anunnaki that are in there getting rid of them, killing them. Other than a couple of people who were prisoners, none of the rest of them have come out alive. You want to talk about war crimes? Some serious stuff going down. You'll see it later. Some people might come up to you and say, yeah, if that was happening, we'd see it. And I said, really? You've seen every tree that fell in the forest? So I guess it didn't fall? You see the rock that fell down and crushed the car in California on the cliffs? No, I guess it didn't happen then. You should call the guy's insurance company and talk to him about his broken leg. It's not broke. People, open mind is the only way you're going to function properly. Those of you listening to me know this. I'm just frustrated with all the others that don't understand yet. Actually, I'm frustrated with myself not being able to do more. I'm not annoyed at them. I know why things are the way they are. It won't be like that anymore, but it's still like that now. I did some things this life I'm proud of. I did my job. In some ways, I just couldn't do enough. As I finish this life, it's like for you a day of work. I was there at the beginning, man. I've had so many lives. Each life seems like another day. I talk to people about their lives, and I say the years. I'm getting yelled at. I need to go talk with this tree elf. There's something going on. Something to worry about. There's Queen Lilia Faye. She's a family member. Again, I'm back out of that. What was I talking about with y'all? To y'all. I wish we could talk instead of me just talking to you. Man, I'm so tired and fading away and jumping around. Crap. Oh well. There is absolutely nothing to worry about. You want to worry about something, worry about your life getting easier, happier, more fun, having more time to enjoy life with those you love. Costs of just about everything going down, including food. It gets nothing but better. And if you want to know what's happened, who you are, where you came from, what's out there, you're not going to find it anywhere in creation other than in those books I wrote. There was nothing strong enough to deliver that information while fighting the original first being, male and female, plus their servants, the original angels, and everything else over there. All the problems over there, they're dead. The books are written, just about. So I'll make a good janitor, man. I'm going to clean up the mess. I had to wait till now to do it. Anyway, whatever. Well, I can't remember diddly, and I got to run. Folks, look, love you. There's so much hype on the internet. That's where I was going, where I wanted to wind up. There's so much stuff on the internet about, oh, the ETs are coming, there's going to be a fake war in it. No, that's all done. All over. My son and his buddies over there, they're kind of goofing off, laughing about how right now, with the real military, not the guys that fight each other in the countries and stuff, the Annunaki wars, you know, that the problematic island Anunnaki that used to run the planet, or governments, they'd have their problems and issues. That was their doing. The real upper echelon military that we have, they're happy, relaxed, and now that the fighting is getting ready to finish, now they're getting geared up. And here comes the training. You will have some Drachk soldiers on this planet. You will see them. They look somewhat reptilian, but they are not. They are dragon. You will see the big difference. And when you look at them physically, when you look at a Drachk body, the first thing you will say is, holy crap, look at that power. You'll feel it in your heart. They walk, the ground literally shakes. They're incredibly powerful. And guess what? They're your new buddies. So whatever you want to listen to on the internet and everything else, fine. Love you, man. But let me tell you something. If they're running around fear-mongering, just turn the channel. That ain't going to happen. And you'll find out soon enough for yourself. So I'm just trying to give you the heads up on this stuff. And because I'm lucky enough to have the advantage to talk to my son. I want to pass it forward to you. Folks, love you, man. Have a good one. All right, looks like I'm gonna extend this video just a little bit. I was talking about I was talking about seeing a tree elf out the window right before getting off the video last time. He's about 14 foot. He's the guardian. This tree elf is literally the guardian for this what do they call it? Water beach tree. It's a beautiful. It's the Fae tree. It's where Fae brought me presents, gifts, pulled them up. So anyway, he was concerned. There was a group of Fae folk, Fae being. Almost every single one of you have had lives in a Fae body. Okay, they're energetic bodies. When you're out of your body as spirit, you're anxious for these new energy bodies. But when you're in a body, physical body, you don't understand it. That's when you need to have this information about what's going on with solid bodies going away and why. That's why it had to be brought here to the third dimension, the physical dimension. Anyway, let me get away from that. A video had just come up too that we need to take a quick look at. I told you about my son Bravel. And yeah, I was trying to remember his name, talking with him. It really seemed like I was being insulting to him. I wasn't, I'm honest, but I'm sick. Anyway, I told you he was part of this first group that's taken off and going to go get, it's like going to it's not a Drachk boot camp, but it's a Drachk military camp. And you learn how to use their equipment and everything else. Well, this video coming, I believe it was February 17th. What's that, a week ago, something? I don't know. Some people thought that there was a UFO fight over Nevada. Well, no, but kind of, yeah. It wasn't a UFO fight. What it was is... Damn, excuse me. I'll tell you what. Let me just go ahead and show you the video and explain it. What you're seeing and how I explain it, that's what I'm doing in these other videos. But these other videos have got all kinds of intense stuff in it. This is too. This is something being shot at by a camouflaged, whatever, UFO. Okay, it's not unidentified flying object. I know what it is. This is our upper military. You can call them space military, something. I don't care. These are the folks that are above the normal, regular military. So let's take a look at this, and I'll show you what's going on. All right, folks, let's take a quick look at this. This is by UFO Mania. The truth is out there. Subscribers, 223K. You can see at the top left here, it says shocking footage of UFOs attacking each other over Nevada. The UFOs attacked each other over Nevada, question mark. Let's see, I'm going to go right to, there we go, right to the original video. Okay, you can see the cars moving now. Right here, you can see some dots lined up. They're emitting some light, and they seem to be in a basic trajectory. Okay, now let's keep an eye on those lights right there. Okay, now they're moving. The first one moves, then the other one moves, then they go taking off, and then all of a sudden we have other stuff. We have larger lights coming this way that they look more elongated, and these are like little round spheres coming up there, and then these are longer ones coming. Look at that. And then all of a sudden, watch, boom, Bam. Okay, so something's going up, something's coming down. What the heck's going on? Well, let's see. Let's get back to the beginning here. Well, the first thing I want to show you, watch it one more time, or again anyway, these lights. Now watch them line up in form. Okay, I want you to watch this one more time. Okay, they're lit up, forming up. And then all of a sudden lights come from down here. It's like, what the heck? And then they start lining up finally and hit. Boom. All right, now, what do you think is going on there? What the heck is that? I'm trying to find a way to have people think the opposite way and bring it back, but what these are targets. They're little spheres. They're target spheres. They're lining up, and then they're getting ready to shoot towards a ship that's up here. And then there's a ship that's out here, it's cloaked, and then literally it's shooting back at the targets. Now watch again. See, they're going up there, and boom, something materializes here, goes back and forth. You can see it a little bit. Notice how the ones coming down are stronger. Boom. They're more. It's more powerful light because they're energy blasts. So, let's see, move up a little bit. There's one of them coming down. Come on. It's a ship that's up there, and they're target shooting. It's over the desert. You can see these elongated ones, these stronger energy pulses. They're shooting targets. That's all. Ever since the Drachk came down here years ago, they've already freed the planet. You know, a while ago. I've done a bunch of videos about it. So that's all it is. Okay, it's not a UFO battle. There's nothing to be concerned about. These folks are already. They've already taken over. You know, it wasn't hardly a battle. It was waiting for a certain time for something to happen, and the time has come. My son, Bravel, is part of what's going on. Not here. He's not shooting, but this is part of the group that's going to be taken off to go to this Drachk base. And they'll be gone a while. So anyway, let's play it again. Do. There's where they start to stretch out, and then boom, the targets take off. It's multiple targets. You sit there, boom, they hit a couple of spheres. There's different types of energy used to do this, and they did mind about showing it off because it's okay. It's not bad for people to know now. So anyway, that's what's happening. Okay, well, there you have it. The Drachk came down here and took over a long time ago. This was going out in the desert where nobody had to worry about, hitting anything. There's no big deal. Military bases and stuff out there. And when they look up and they see it over Nevada, they're in Nevada when they took a picture of it. That does not mean it was necessarily in Nevada. There's a lot of room out there. The southern desert in California, I've driven through it. Edwards Air Force Base and stuff like that. There's all kinds of room where stuff happens. There's another place in New Mexico I know about. The Federation used to have ships coming in and out of all the time. It's a U.S. military base, an Air Force base. And a hidden one. I mean, that's who ran it. It wasn't an Air Force base. I shouldn't have said that. Anyway, that's just some of the stuff going on. Ever since the Drachk came down here, the U.S. government and the other folks, these the upper parts of it, not the actual government, but the people that run things, they no longer have the Anunnaki, the problematic Anunnaki thumbs on them. Okay, they're not being squished, and they're all happy. They're free, and it's a matter of just the simple matter of this new alliance coming in, saying hello, and I told you everything's going to happen. Maybe November, but December of this year. So anyway, those little, that all they're doing is practice shooting. They're getting ready to take off. They're going to be gone for a while. My son knows that this body will be dead before he gets back. They're not going to be gone that long, but it doesn't matter. It's time for me to go now, and everything's happening. I told you things will change. They will. You'll see. What matters is that it happens. What matters is it's happening now. And wait till I get out of you. Get out of here. Wait till you see what happens. Wow. Folks, love you. You'll like that other ET video I'm going to put out here in just a little bit. Just a few more days, I'll have the book done and sent in for their processing. They have different ways, mistakes. Look at this, advise this. Anyway, then I'll get that done, and I'll be mostly finished with the video stuff anymore. I'll try to get Deanna to work with me to get her used to putting some of her products on the website. She's ready for everything, everything else for me to get the hell out of here. Folks, you rock, man. I love you. And don't thank you. Don't hesitate to think positive of yourself. Don't hesitate to go out on a limb. Take a chance with yourself. Go ahead and say, you know what? I think I know this. I think I saw this. I'm feeling this is the case. What's going to happen? Your neck's going to break. Arm's going to fall off? No. Do it. All you have to do is turn the key, and believe it or not, you got someone in that car with you going to help you drive. Okay? You're incredible beings. Let's not waste the best life you'll possibly ever have, or ever have had. Love you, man. Take care.